Here's the little Airbnb that my family rented. There was 7 of us, so it was quite roomy. It was kind of like a bungalow-styled house, really close to where my Nana's apartment is. There was a pool in the back and a little work-from-home area. Here's the pool, and then this was the main bedroom, and then this was mine and Evan's bedroom. A lot of patterns going on, but really cute. We just got to Florida a few hours ago, spent time with my Nana, and now I'm gonna take a quick nap because we had to get up at 3:30 this morning to get here because our flights were at 7. I was an extremely avid reader growing up, and then I feel like post-college I really lost a lot of my hobbies and like passions for things. So one of my goals this year was to read more, and I have been reading a lot, especially in the past like few months. However, I feel like I've been picking like very serious books that really make you like think more, so to speak. I'll list my last couple reads here for reference. So even though I had a 4 a.m. leave time from my apartment this morning, last night I went out for drinks with one of my good friends. She reads a ton of fiction and fantasy and kind of like romantic fantasy. I don't know what my resistance to that was because I am so late to reading this, but it's like a vacation for my brain. Super easy to read. The author relies on some tropes, but I still find it very like easy to get through and compelling to read. And I realized I need to take myself a little less seriously. I splurged $20 on it, and I'm on a long weekend trip with my family to visit my grandma. The 2 books I'm reading right now are vastly different. I'm reading Braiding Sweetgrass, which clearly my dad's dog also enjoyed a little bite of, and then I'm reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. I've seen it all over Book Talk and Instagram, and a lot of my friends have been reading it. It's definitely fluffy. It's not really super original, but it's definitely keeping me entranced, and I just cannot read it fast enough. It's like reality television to my brain. This is how much I have read in the span of like 4 hours, I think. I'm on page 177, and this is a series, so I look forward to kind of using this as a way to turn my brain off, but not be scrolling online, because it's just like, it's like a fairy human into a fairy world, and I think it really ties into my inner child a little bit, because I grew up on Harry Potter, Spiderwick, Percy Jackson, like all those fantasy books. This book is like Beauty and the Beast if the beauty was Katniss Everdeen. My brain is literally addicted to the drama of this book. On a more serious note, I've been reading Braiding Sweetgrass, which is absolutely amazing. This book is worth every amount of hype that I've seen it get online, plus some. The author is named Robin Wall Kimmerer, and she is a scientist, a professor of ecology, and she's also a member of the Potawatomi Nation. I've been reading this book a lot slower because there's just a lot of impactful lessons about life and nature from her own life, and just like advice for humans going forward in this book. And I'm gonna actually insert some quotes here because I've just found it so impactful. Like every single chapter I read, I just want to read over and over again to really absorb all the knowledge and information that she's putting in every section. In April of this year, I had some pretty big life changes. I turned 25, my grandfather passed away, and I also started like a big girl corporate job after working for myself and working in apparel for a long time. So those were 3 big lifestyle changes, and I realized that I did not have as many hobbies as I used to, and that I wasn't reading as much, and basically, I was just burnt out in a bad headspace. And because of social media, I feel like we're so inclined to label ourselves and like say what we are, and we don't consider us as humans as evolving projects that are constantly having to create and recreate ourselves. So I felt like when I stopped working on my brand so much that I no longer was a fashion designer or a business owner, and that I had somehow failed that. But really, I had to take a step back, and I realized that for right now, that project has just run its course for me, and I'm allowed to have non-monetized hobbies and things that I just like enjoy doing for my own sake. I do definitely struggle a little bit with keeping my job as just my job and not letting it absorb into my subconscious. That is part of the reason I've taken up like reading and painting and drawing, and that's something I just want to keep emphasizing and doing. We are in Florida right now visiting my grandma, specifically in Sarasota, and I really cherish this time. I was doing some journaling and I really reflected on the fact that I've been coming to this specific location of Sarasota for almost 12 years now, and I have like favorite things that I like to do and so many memories and things that tie me here, when otherwise I really would not come to Florida at all. Right now, which is either a state or a national park beach that I've been coming to since I was like 2 or 3 years old. It's amazing how much can simultaneously change and not change at the same exact time. And as much as things around me have changed, I realize like what has changed the most has been me. When I was a little kid, I wanted to spend my whole time finding shells. And then I went through a time as a teenager where I was too cool to do any of that. And now I'm in my 20s and all I want to do is spend the whole time looking for shells and shark teeth. I love New York City, and I think at least for the time being, I would not live anywhere else. However, I just worked from home from Florida today, and it's a summer Friday, and the fact that I can so easily and quickly get to the beach, and there's a pool right outside, and groceries are a bit cheaper. Like, I do wonder every now and then if there's more to my life than New York City. But at the same time, there's no other place I've ever really wanted to be. And I've been there for, you know, I went there for college, and I've been there since college. So it's weird when you let yourself start thinking about maybe going somewhere else. But I also have all my friends and family there, so I don't think I'm really saying anything of like super high value right now. More just been musing. Maybe I've been in the sun for too long. But I've just been musing what's next in my life. One thing's for certain is I don't think I would move to Florida, but just some of the accessibility to beaches and pools and warm temperature in Florida can be very enticing, I will not lie.